Mic check, mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check, mic check. Mic check, guys. Mic check, mic check, mic check. Shout out, Stacks. Shout out, Stacks. Can you hear me? Shout out. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Welcome to BrakeAway F1. My name is Crash Mkhize, and I'm coming to you live from Albert Park, Australia, with Tier 1. Anyway, we're in on board with Tsepo Temba. Tsepo Temba is on his first banker lap. It is Q1, and we've got 15 drivers on board. Unfortunately, Debo Croc has DNF'd, which automatically means that the top 14 can now just put up laps and they make it through to Q2. We can see there's a mix of tires being used, some on medium, some on softs. So people are testing out their pace and seeing exactly how quick one can circulate. On board with Tsepo Temba, the Ferrari, that's very, very horrible driving, you know, that's impeding on the race line. That should get a hefty fine, from the FIA. Anyway, getting some times coming in. We've got some times coming in. Tsepo Temba goes fastest with the 1:19.5. We've got Max currently in P2. I am Lipo in P3. Romeo makes it over the line with the 1:21.1 on mediums, slots him into P3. Oposa's still in the pits. Context is on a flyer in the Ferrari. Scuderia, they're still on board with him. There's an Aston Martin closely following him. I don't know what's happening there. But anyway. Context. Zypher, newly promoted from Tier 2. It's going through Sector 2. So everyone is still putting in the bankers. Currently the early pace set as Tsepo Temba with the 1:19.5. Welcome everyone, welcome to Tier 1. Welcome to Tier 1, Albert Park, Australia. We're just getting those bankers in. Everyone calming the nerves. Context comes in P4. Switching over to D-Works, he's running on a set of mediums as well, taking the penultimate corner. He's about to go flat out. DRS locked in. 117, 118, 119, 120, 120.9. That puts him in P5. That's enough for him to go to Q2. Notably so, Tips in the comments says he's waiting for Q3. He's got quite a lot to say today, Anyway, on board with the champion. He's on his out lap. He hasn't set a lap yet. He's obviously moved over to the wheel. So yeah, feels as though he scored enough points to keep him safe for the new season in Tier 1. So he started early on the wheel. Obviously bought a Fanatec CSL. All our drivers are quite focused, you know. So let's see what the reigning champ can do. As he goes on his banker on the home straight, DRS locked in. Keeping it clean, Smirts Jango. DRS again. Sends it flat out. 86 had joined, I think, just in time. If he could get a car and then be able to get a lap in, that will see him through into Q2, because all he needs to do is just put in a banker, and that's enough. Smirts Jango with the purple sector 1. Sending it down through sector 2 now. He's looking comfortable. He's looking quite comfortable on the wing. So it's quite interesting to see when he fully grasps it, how much pace he can further unlock. Darius locked in. Takes that quite well. He's using the track quite well for a person who just started the wheel. Oh, beautiful lines by Django. Penultimate lap. That's been good. It's been great all along. Let's see if we can send it straight flat out all the way down. Gear 7, gear 8, 118.7. Oh my word. That's his banker. 118.7. Oh my word. I don't think he's on the wheel today. That time doesn't reflect the wheel. On board with Don Rubico, championship leader. He's won every single race thus far. He's been clinical, barely makes any mistakes. So at the end of the day, it does say consistency is key. Consistency when you race is not outright raw pace. I think a lot I've learned from Don Rubico. Running those lines quite well. DRS locked in. Sending it all the way. Running on high gears, taking that on a gear 4, 5, 6. Takes it down to 5 only. Uses all the track as much as possible. I hope people are learning. This is exactly how it's covered. Great run by Don Rubico, sending it straight down. 117, 118, 119 flat. That should be good enough. Early pace setters, obviously we know they've got a lot of work to do to be the fastest overall. Quickest lap was Mercurial Caesar yesterday with the 118.1, but the best of the weekend thus far has been that of SSL Mango, who ran in a 116.9. Let's have a look at Jonathan Laka, one half of Lemon and Herb. Personally, my most improved driver thus far in BrakeAway. Shot through the ranks of Tier 1, Tier 3, Tier 2, and is now in Tier 1. So he's been very, very consistent, and he drives quite well considering the amount of traveling they do. It's quite solid. It's quite solid. It's quite solid. Good improvement. Goes to show that he's quite elusive on the tech, because we do know he's very, very great in production, musical production. So yeah, he's a very, very level-headed individual. You can see from his driving, from his improvements, he put in the work and the results speak for themselves. Obviously with the purple sector 1 day, that was a great lap, you know. Unlike the previous two, he's not fully maximizing the track, which will lose him some time, but that's a good run. Sending it down all the way. 1:19.8 slots him into P3, that's a solid lap. Let's look at Bra Man Ray. The man who went from just being an ordinary Man Ray and added the famous bra, which he adopted from Sihle, who was a champion at the time. So let's see what he can do. P10 on the mediums, 121.4. We'll see, have to wait and see. Topoza. On board with Topoza. He's on the mediums. Also on the mediums. He hasn't set a lap yet. So this is his banker. I do not understand what the strat is with the guys running on the mediums, because they're going to need mediums and hards for the race. You really need the softs. So I think they're probably basing the race on exactly what happened yesterday, which is safety car after safety car that we saw from tier 2, which is horrible. But anyway, this is tier 1, known to be more clinical, clean drivers. So let's wait and see, you know, what they can deliver today. Australia is obviously a high-paced track. I think there's 3 or 4 DRS zones. So it's quite rapid. Equally so, the curbs are not so friendly. So you touch a curb the wrong way, you spin, and the walls are quite close. We saw by the number of DNFs that were happening yesterday. So yeah, Topoza, 118, 119, 120, 21, 22.5. That's enough for him to get through, so it was just a clean lap, keeping it neat. Lipo hasn't set a lap as yet. Notably so, the top 2 being Django and Rabiko. Obviously temporarily retired because they feel as though the cars are good enough. So we'll see them in Q2. Anyway, we're on board with Lipo. I think he's getting in just a basic banker as well, because he's seen that, you know, whatever time he puts in, he's good enough. Notably so, there's a debate about the laps in the comment section, whereby Charlie 3 Stacks is in denial of a 16.9, whereas if I can tell him, Mango said the 16.9 was his actual banker and he then crashed out after the 16.9. But obviously the 69 was enough for pole. So Don Rabiko has obviously responded and said they will beat the tier 2 times, which is obviously an 18.1. So right now Smertz is 6/10 of that, and Rabiko is a further 9/10. They've obviously got 2 more qualifying sessions to beat that time. Let's see how low they can go into the 17s. Unfortunately, we saw Lipo there spinning and hitting the wall. Luckily, he did not DNF. I think he should just bring it home, hold it out for Q2, because you don't want to be making mistakes when you've already got a banker lap. I think more than anything, you know, sometimes logic must be applied more above and beyond anything. Oh, correct. 18.1 was Mercurial Caesar's banker lap. He then went on to do a 17.9. Thanks for the correction, Don Rubiko. Man is quite active. He's on track. He's in the paddock. He's on board with the TV. I don't know. I don't think we're going to be seeing anyone come out. Okay, on board with the 86er. Okay. I think he's warming up his tires. He's already got a lap in, so, but his ERS is down, or maybe this is his in lap. Oh, he's going again. I don't understand. Without any ARS. Yo, we live to watch. But anyway, let's stay on board with him and watch him go through his first sector. It's flat out DRS. Send it all the way. Takes it back down to 3. So he's using low gears. Notably, he's just moved to manual, so it's evident. Takes that flat out clean on 6. 7. Down to 5. Oh, invalidates. So yeah. I guess he just needs to bring it home. If I were him, I'd back out and make sure I don't make any further mistakes and get to the pit safely, because everyone has put on the time, so everyone goes through to Q2. So interestingly enough, Django early pace sets out the 1:18.7. We've got Rubiko 19 flats. We've got Don at a 19, Jonathan Laga at 19.8. Tepotemba in P4, Zoltal in P5. Max P6, 7 is Context, 8 is 86, and 9 is DWAX, and Mandla is in P10. So let's wait and see. The times are going to be upping in Q2. The pace increases. Whilst we're at it, also need to discuss something quite important. BrakeAway has received a challenge from an Indian league, which also races F1. So there's been a lot of debate, not so much debate, but conversation in the various platforms where the races are engaging. We're obviously going to be doing a 10 versus 10, which is strictly BrakeAway races, current BrakeAway races which are active, versus the Indian League guys. I had some suggestions whereby we run some polls and we do some voting on the top 10 that we believe across all tiers that need to represent us. I don't know, what's your take, guys? It would be interesting to watch, whereby we bunch up our top 10, especially in terms of consistency, because we've noticed that consistency wins you races. So yeah, I think we must carry on having conversations around that and hopefully finalize that, because it'll be nice to have that race, and obviously screen it for our fellow supporters that are always here cheering the drivers on the various racing days. So share some thoughts on that so that we can propose and discuss with the guys. Anyway, the countdown is on for Q2. 14 went through. Debo Croc unfortunately DNF'd, so we've got 14 drivers. In Q2, only the top 10 will go through to Q3. So let's wait and see the times. We're going to see some quicker times trickling in. Going to see some mediums being thrown off, Bits, everyone is running out on softs now. So yeah, let's hold out and see. So it'd be nice to vote for some of the races. I've also got a couple of good names in mind that I've seen, racing consistently and putting in some good races and times. And obviously, we just throw in some names there and then collectively we vote. Because BrakeAway is at the end of the day about democracy. We vote for our top 10. All the drivers with the top 10 vote. The top 10 drivers with the highest votes go through. Basically, it's all-star BrakeAway. Let's keep it at that. I think it'll be simpler that way. Lipo's out first. I think Lipo's out first. As I predicted, everyone is currently on the softs. Everyone's currently out on the softs. So Lipo has decided to go out first. DWAX is also on the out lap. Zoltal has gone out early. Bromenre has gone out early. Yeah, so let's wait and see. Gentlemen are going to be going out quite early to see what the bankers they can put in. You know, early bankers obviously calm the nerves, and sometimes they're actually good enough. So it's quite a busy track. It's quite a busy track. A number of drivers are out. I can count 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So it'll be interesting to see. I can see the 10th driver driving out. Obviously, we're on board with the McLaren, which is currently penultimate lap and is about to. He's used his RS. I do not understand on his out lap. Anyway, let's watch on board with Lipo. Flat out on the home straight. DRS is locked in. Just the brakes. Takes it on gear 5. He's a high gear man. Taught well. Sends it down all the way. Takes that nicely. He's not maximizing the track, but he's keeping it clean, which is what matters. Sometimes you don't need to overdo it in your banker lap. You just need to get it in, get it home, get a feel of the track, get the nerves calmed down. Have a time on the board so you can gauge how quickly the other runners are going. So it's quite important to send it. So 47-1 split in sector 2. Currently you'll be seeing purple flashing all over. Ooh, has a bit of a twitch there, sliding left and right. So he's obviously the benchmark. So every sector he passes by, we're getting purple, which means it's the current fastest. But there's a lot of people coming hot behind him. I can see a Red Bull. I think that's the Red Bull of Zotal coming through. So Lipo brings it home. It's got a slow lap, 122.9. 122.9. On board with the bosses of bosses. Zotal, aka no longer aka. Man has been very, very consistent. Put in some great performances throughout the season. 119.2. 119.2. Followed closely by his partner Man Ray. 121 starts into P2. Jonathan Laga is coming over the line now. 119.7 P2. I can see D-Wax bring it home. Oh, 139.7. Okay, there must have been an issue there. Is in the pits. On board with Mix, brings it home. 119.7 it's P3, so the bankers are trickling in. On board with the Topos. 52 splits. Okay, it's got a slow lap. I think he's just bringing it home now. Okay, no, he probably made a mistake. Okay, let's watch Loveness. Starting his banker as well. So it's Q2, ladies and gentlemen. Just a reminder. We obviously had Debo Croc, who's the only one that's been eliminated due to a DNF. So everyone brought it home safely. And now we're going to see the competition because the top 10 go through to Q3. Loveness has put in some good races this season. Obviously, he is seemingly king of Asia because he performs in any track that is in Asia. As you can see, Sector 1 now, but obviously this is in Australasia. This is Albert Park. Oh, another news, they have extended the F1 contract to 2026, so we're going to be seeing them on the track for quite a while. Apologies, ladies and gentlemen. Apologies about that. Some technical glitches and technical errors. Anyway, as I was saying, Loveness is putting in solid races. So we've got Romeo on an outlap, Kopoza's on an outlap, Don Robico's on an outlap. Let's check Temba. Personally, one of my favorite drivers. Oof, slides across there, but keeps it on track. So he's just set up purple sector 2, running through sector 3 now. By the way, people might know this. Temba drives without racing line. I think he's the only breakaway driver that I know without racing line. So let's push and see. Temba brings it home. Flat out 119.4, slots him into P4. So yeah, there's some good times there. Tsepiso rivaling Loveness at the moment, saying that Loveness's time is not better than his. It's quite tricky. It's quite a bold statement, you know. But anyway, we're watching the early pace setters. As we're on board with Rabico, I think he's just started his banker as well. Currently doesn't have a time. It's followed closely by Topoza. So let's watch Don Rabico, the championship leader, who's won every single race this season, you know. A man who joined BrakeAway, infamous for a lot of controversy, saying that when he had joined and he found Sihle and Don Rabico, he said all the podiums had been booked out. So performed quite well, you know, showed his true pace at the early stages, as you can see, setting a purple sector 1. So the man backs up the lip. It's quite interesting. Love the confidence. It's always great to see good confidence and a tad bit of arrogance, you know. A lot of us don't mistake that for anything. Another purple sector 2. So the man is driving quite clean. I hope tier 3 are watching tier 1 to see that when a person is on a hot lap, how the drivers move out of the way and move out of the racing line. It's just good driving etiquette and clean driving. So Don Rabico followed up last season. Obviously joined mid-season in tier 1 and was never in contention for the title. He's then followed it up with the new lead. 118 flat. So we're already in the 118 flats. Oh my God. What a time. What a scorching lap by Rabico. The pose is invalidated. Oh, he's going off track, allowing some space. On board with Man Ray, he's 2/10 up on his previous sector 1. Let's watch Man Ray send it down through sector 2. He needs a sector split of a good 46, 45 now to be in good contention. There we go. It's a 45 for real. Sends it all the way. Purple sector 2 by Man Ray. Sends it straight down. Through sector 3 he goes. Darius is locked in. Drops it to 4. This looks like a good lap by Man Ray, known as Raymond Matonse. Sends it down flat out. Darius locked in. Sends it to 118. Oh, 119 flat by Man Ray. That jumps him up to P2. That's a very good time by Man Ray. Obviously, we can see that the benchmark is anything in the 118s. I think anything in the 118.7, 118.8 will be a good enough time for Q3. Let's wait and see. What are your predictions? Gentlemen on outlaps. Max is driving in. Smith Janga's in the garage. Kopoza's in the pit. Temba. So on board with D-Wax. Yeah, D-Wax is on flyer, yes. Penultimate corner. So he's on the flyer. Let's see what time he brings in. Takes that very, very nicely. Sends a DRS locked in. Oh my God, he loses the car bit there. Temporary P9, I don't think that's good enough. Okay, Romeo is backed out. 86 is on outlap. Trying to find the drivers on a hot lap. Oh, Duox is going again. Okay, no. Okay, on board with Lipo, I think he's on a hottie. 22 splits, he's 4/10 up on his previous time through sector 1. So let's see, he needs a gigantic improvement. He needs a gigantic improvement. I mean, the benchmark here is 45, 46. So he's got a 46-4 splits. He's 6/10 up on his previous time, but it's currently not looking good for Lipo. His car's sliding around, losing a bit of traction here and there. Goes down very low to gear 3. Notably, gentlemen were taking it on 4 and 5 there. Okay, that is good 5. It's not fully maximizing the track though, so this is not the best of laps. This is not good enough for Q3. This is not good enough for Q3. A 121.2 keeps him in P14. On board with context. He's 6/10. He's 6/10 up. 6/10 up on his time. Needs to find a bit more time. Needs to find a bit more time. Needs to find a bit more time to shoot into that. Q3 times. Jonathan Lager goes P2. So, context 118.7. Oh, what an amazing lap. Zoltal 118.7. The times are trickling in. Oh my God, the times are trickling in now. On board with Django, currently in P8. So there we go, the ERS is deployed. They're sending it. Let's see what Django can do. He needs to improve. He's put in a bank of 119.3. So he needs to improve. Let's wait and see what he can do. He's obviously challenging the likes of Don Rubico, who's the early pace setter with the 118 flat. Let's see what he can do there. Fully maximizing. Smith Chiang was sending it with the 27.3 in the first sector. Let's see if we can improve and find a bit more time. It's not yet on the money, but we've seen time and time again what he can do, what he can pull out. So let's wait and see what he can do. Purple sector 2. Purple sector 2. So he's in the zone now, he's in the zone. A bit of a slide, a bit of a loss of traction there, but he kept it on track. So time is up, time is up. Whoever's on a hot lap can't make a mistake now. Can't make a mistake. So let's wait and see what Django brings it at home. Penultimate lap. Keeping it clean on the inside as possible. Flat out, DRS. Sends it all the way down. 117. 118. Ooh, 118.9. Keeps him in P8. Keeps him in P8. There's some people challenging that time. Proposals on the home straight. It's currently P9. Does a 118.9, which slots him into P5. Oh, Mix is on a flyer. Mix is on a scorcher as well. Let's see what Mix can do. Let's see what Mix can do. We've got 3 more drivers on hot laps. Smuda, just to answer you, 16.9. It was a 116.9 by SSL Mango. So Mix is bringing it home. Let's wait and see what Mix does. 117, 118. Oof, it's over. It's over. It's over. Mix brings it in home second. That's a good lap. Obviously, he's been consistent. Personally, one of my top 5 drivers at the moment in terms of consistency and good solid pace. So we're looking at Rubico, Mix, Zoltal, 1, 2, and 3 respectively, followed by Context, Tsepo Temba, Jonathan Laga, 3 in positions 4, 5, and 6, Topoza 7, Django 8, Man Ray P9, and Loveness wraps up the top 10 which other individuals that are going through. So some good times there, good time, excellent fight there by Man Ray, putting in the work, putting in the times, putting in the hours, and it reflects by his performances and his current log standings. So it's quite interesting what's going on there with Tier 1, you know. Goes to show consistency and practice, you know, it gets you over the line. A lot of individuals do possess a lot of raw pace, but however make a lot of mistakes in the race. So all you need to do is have the pace to keep up, but make sure you keep it clean more than anything. But then again, we're still in quali, so it's a one-shot pace. It's good to see some of the tier 1 drivers have made it in. Obviously, load shedding is hindering a lot of progress. So Tindo's in, Sanashira's in, but obviously they're going to be starting from the back, so they need to fight from the back. I think the only thing they're thinking about right now are the setups. So 12 minutes to go, Q3. And people are getting in one or two laps in. 1 or 2 laps in. So let's wait and see. No one has come out as yet. Oh, Topoza. Topoza's driving out. Topoza's driving out. The Red Bull just come out. That's Zoltal. So Topoza's out first. Zoltal is out on track. Still no movements there in the pits. So it's just got Topoza and Zoltal out. They're on out laps. Want to get those bankers early. I think Zoltal loves Mercedes, but he really performs well in that Red Bull. Oddly enough, he also follows the strategy of the Red Bulls when it's race time. It's quite interesting. So does Man Ray. So the Red Bulls are running in formation. Currently 2 and 3 on their out laps. Obviously want to get the early bankers in. So it's good to see both Red Bulls are there. Loveness is out. Django's still in the pits. Max is on an out lap. Don Rubico's still in the pits. Donathan Lager is out on a hot lap. Context is out on a hottie. Obviously Topozo's out first, so we go on board with him. So let's see what times they can put in. So Topozo's going to be the early pace setter. Takes it nice and clean. Obviously one of the more consistent drivers. Ever since he made it to Tier 1, he's never left. And he's showing no signs that he will ever leave. So let's see what he does. Let's wait and see. Hoping for some 117s, obviously. And see how far we can go. 27.1 for the first sector splits, which is purple. Obviously, it's going to be currently purple. Because he's the early pace setter. He's sending it. Topoza's sending it. ERS is obviously fully deployed. 44.9. So the sectors are definitely going quicker. 44.9 for sector 2. Let's see Topoza going. We want to see Topoza going and see what time he brings home. It's been a clean and a good lap. Topoza, minimal mistakes. Should be a very good banker. Sends it down. DRS locked in. 119 flat. Zoltal is on the home straight. 118.6. Current P1. Man Ray is on surely also bringing it home now. Notably, they were the first ones out. He's invalidated. How unfortunate. Let's get on board with Django. And see what he can do now. Obviously, he's going to be pulling everything out. I hope people are paying attention to Zoltal's consistency. Australia is his track, by the way. So expect to see a great race from him. Great race pace. Obviously, great strategy. Django 169, which is a purple one. Loveness 116.7, 116.6. My word. Oh, Janga's invalidated. How unfortunate. How unfortunate. Janga's invalidated. On board Rabiko, the current pace setter. The current pace setter of the Q2. He was the quickest in Q2. So let's see what he can do. Obviously, the quickest sector 1 has been over 26.9 now. So let's see what Rabiko can do for us. Sector 1. 26.7. That's why it's purple. 26.7. That's why it's purple. Rabiko's sending it. This man means business. That man means business. Does he really want to win every single race this season? It's unheard of. Ever since I've been in the BrakeAway League, I've never seen something like that happen. I've never seen oh my God, he's invalidated. How unfortunate. How unfortunate. That's really, really unfortunate. So context is in the garage. Rabiko's invalidated. First Django is... Okay, he has no ERS. He has no ERS. So we'll have to wait and see. Loveness is in. So we've got some early times that have trickled in. We've got some early times that have come in. We've got 4 drivers in the 118s. Currently led by Loveness, Zoltal, Mex, and Jonathan Laga in P4, Topos in P5, Tsepotemba in P6. So context is in the garage. He made a mistake and went back into the pit. So Rabiko is going on another lap. I think he wants to set a banker, but he doesn't have the ERS, so let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. He needs to set a base time to work on, and I'm sure he's going to go in after that and then come back for a flyer. So let's see how far he's... Okay, he's invalidated again, so he's going to be coming in. Changa's in the pits. Man Ray's on his out lap. Proposer's on his out lap. Raymond Matonzi. Raymond Matonzi. So let's watch Raymond Matonzi, aka Brahmanre, as he looks to put in a banker. Put in some very good times through Q2. So let's see what he can do now. Obviously the time to beat is the 26.9 thus far, which has been the quickest sector 1. So it's running on very, very good gears. High gears. So it's good to see great improvements in this consistency. 27.3. It's not a bad split. It's not a bad split. He can still find more time. It's been quite clean. So let's see what he can do through sector 2. We're looking for a 44, yeah? 45.3. It's not bad. It's not great either. It's not great to challenge for pole. He's currently challenging for around the P7, P6. Let's see what he can do. Penultimate corner. Brahmanre is sending it all the way, flat out. 116, 117, 118, 119. Definitely a P6 time as predicted. Let's watch Jonathan Laga. Okay, this is his out lap. Topoza's spun. Topoza was on a hot lap, he's spun. Mex is on a hot lap. Is he? No, this is his out lap. So let's find someone else on a hot lap. Jonathan Laga. Let's have a look at Jonathan Laga. flat out 7. Splits over 27.1, which is 2/10 up on his previous time. Notably, his previous time was on 1:18.9, so he's already chipped 2/10 of that. Let's see if we can find some more time through sector 2. We're looking for 44, 43 here. 44.8, definitely a great split as well. He's 4/10 up. So let's see him send it all the way. He's in the final sector. Darius is locked in. Takes it at the 3. Low gear. Oh, loses the car a bit. It's the low gears. It's the low gears. Got on the throttle quite early, so he loses a bit of traction there. Let's see if we can keep it clean all the way to the end, though. This is surely his last lap. Oh, he spins. How unfortunate. On board with Rapico. 26.9 split. Oh, he's invalidated again. So too many mistakes from the championship leader. Too many mistakes from the championship leader. Let's go on board with Zotal, who's starting his final hot lap. Zotile Dlamini, aka Zotal. Kopoza 1:18.3, currently the fastest. On board with Zotal. He's been quite consistent throughout. He's been quite consistent throughout, so let's see what he can put up as his final lap now. 27.1, so he's 800s up on his time. He needs to find a bit more time. That is enough to peep Loveness currently into P2. But would it be enough at the end of the quali? I don't think so. So let's see what Zotal has. 44.7 for the second split. Still good. He's up almost a 10th. Can he find some more time? He's pushing. See yellow flag sector 1 and 2. People must be spinning and making mistakes. Now is not the time. There's no second chance now. Max is on the outlap. Does he have enough time? Let's wait. Zotal's bring it home. Jonathan Laga is out. So he's current P5. Zoltal on 16, 117, 118.2. Oh my word! Let's go! Zoltal, let us go! Smith Django's out. Topoza's out. That is quality, guys. Rabico is sending it. Let us see if we can get in a better lap. Currently in P9. He's made so many mistakes. It's obviously running for a second time on those tires. So I don't see him beating that time, but let's wait and see. Bring on final corner. 112, 113, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Oh my God! He just makes it. What a crazy end to quali. So that's our grid, ladies and gentlemen. That's our grid. I've got Rapico and Zoltal front row lockouts. Topoza and Loveness second row. Max and Jonathan Laga third row. Tsepo Temba Context fourth row, and Brahman Ray and Django rounding up the top 10. Whew. Let's wait and see how it goes. 5 lights, lights out. We're back in Albert Park. Good start by Rabiko. Topoza has pipped Zotal into P3. Zotal's holding the inside line against Loveness. Ooh. Okay, let's wait and see. Let's still let them take formation. Topoza's in P2. Zotal has just lost a couple of paces. Okay, let's see. Look at the tires. Settle in, and let's see. It's a good start by Robico, notably on the mediums. So Kopoza is currently in P2, who's got on a reverse strategy, followed closely by Loveness and P3 on mediums, Zotal, P4 on mediums. So a lot have started on the mediums with a couple soft runners being Lipo and Tindo. So great start, clean start. Yeah, it's the DRS train, even though there's no DRSs yet, but everyone is more or less within a second. So this is good to see from tier 1. It's a good start. Let's wait and see what's going to happen. So Loveness is running closely behind Topoza. Topoza pulls out of the slipstream. Oh my god. The Haas. Mandla has lost it there in the Haas. He lost his wing, so he'll need to go around and come into the pits. How unfortunate by Romeo. Mex is in P5, following Zota very closely. Sepotemba in P6. Smith Django P7 in the Merc. Jonathan Laga P8. D-Works P9 and Sanashira P10. So that's some good ground made by Sanashira, notably so that he didn't participate in quali, so he started from the back. So there's a lot of fights around the field. We'll just have to keep hopping around a bit just to see what's happening. But let's look at the middle of the pack, where it's so tightly contested. Okay. Zoltal's calling. Yeah, the middle of the pack is tight. It's very, very tight. It's quite clean. There's a virtual safety car, and Topoza's just gotta drive through. Okay, that is weird. DRS has been enabled. So there's some early pitters being Romeo and Context. So Topoza's got a DT, but I never saw the VSC, so I don't know what's happening. Anyway, with the DRS on, Mex is hot behind the heels of Zotal. Sepotemba is sitting behind Mex, so it's going to be quite interesting. It's going to be quite interesting to see. Oof. Zota within a tenth of Loveness. Followed hot by Mex. We've got Sepotemba following Mex. So it's quite heated there in the middle of the pack. All great drivers, consistent drivers. Bare minimum mistakes now. So I think the only objection is just to force someone into a mistake. I mean, the DRS has been enabled. So Topoza is quite compromised because he's the only one without DRS. Topoza is quite compromised. He's the only one without DRS, and he's running on hards. So the medium runners are coming for him. Loveness is hot behind him. Loveness is under pressure from Zotal. Zotal is under pressure from Mex. Smith's Django has made it past Sepotemba. Sepotemba has surely made a mistake in the AlphaTauri as he spins again. And Sepotemba's out. He's crashed out. Oh, unfortunate. That's definitely a safety car. So, whew. That is really, really unfortunate for Tsepo Temba's out. So this is good for the soft runners. They can come into the pits. They can come into the pits. The gap was already 3.3 in front, so Topoza can close the gap in. Notably so, he's got a DT, he's got a drive through. So I wonder how that's going to pan out. It's very, very unfortunate for Topoza to have served that DT as Tsepiso's noticing, because he would have had time now to be able to catch up. So everyone is obviously going through. The soft runners must come in, however. The soft runners must throw off those softs. Yeah, they do exactly that. They do exactly that. Quite interesting. Quite interesting. So safety car is out. First safety car of the race. Hopefully we don't have a repeat of yesterday. Really unfortunate for Tsepo Temba. Really unfortunate for Tsepo Temba to DNF like that. Had a good quali and was running in sequence quite well tonight. So yeah, it's very unfortunate. So currently we've got Don Rubico P1, Kopoza P2, Loveness P3. Got Zotal in P4, Mix in P5. Smith Jango is up to P6, Jonathan Laga P7 on the hards. Ashira is P8. He's made 8 positions, biggest gainer today. He's made 8 positions, biggest gainer, so he's P8. We've got D-Wax, P9, Brahman Ray rounding up the top 10. And then 86 11th, Lipo 12th, Tindo's 13th, Devo Croc is 14th, Romeo is 15th, Context is 16th. So yeah, it's quite interesting. It's quite interesting to see. Context has caught up. So we might have the safety car coming in this lap. We hope we do, so we can get some racing in. We hope to get some racing in. Hope to get a good few laps in, few battles here and there. Everyone seems to be performing quite well at Albert Park, so it's quite interesting. I want to see the challenges and see how everything goes. So let's wait and see. So currently it's Rabico 1, Topoza 2, Loveness 3, Zoltal 4, Mex 5, Django 6, Laga 7, Ashira 8, Wax 9, Manray 10. Let's see some of the stops. So Lipo is at a stop, Tinder is at a stop. I think they stopped. Safety car is definitely coming in. Yes, everyone is caught up. So Rabico slowing them down and backing them up. Let's see when he sends it. So let's stick on board with Topoza. Let's stay on board with Topoza. And see when Biko sends it. He sent it. Has he? No, he hasn't. He sent it. Caught Topoza napping. Topoza was fast asleep. Rabiko has sent it. He's already a second up. Oh, Topoza goes, oh, he's serving his DT. Serving his DT. So we've got Loveness in P2, Zoltar P3, Makes P4. Ashira's up to P5. Wow, that's amazing. Ashira's up to P5. Topoza's disqualified. Surely that's a glitch. Because he went into the pits. Surely that's a glitch. Surely that's a glitch. Surely that's a glitch. I'd like to wait in here and see what's going on. But surely that's a glitch. That must be called a glitch. The earlier the better. I think everyone saw that and witnessed that. So the earlier the better, that should definitely be called on early. So that if the race needs to be restarted, it's done early. But anyway, we'll wait to get some directive as to what's going on. Max is hot on the heels of Zotal. It's 4/10 behind Zotal. Max has got the early pace. Zotal is currently a second behind. So the gap is a second and out in front. Loveness is clawing back in to 9/10. Zotal is a further 1.2 behind Loveness. With Max, I beg to differ there with Ludi on the serving of that. If he had to wait for that, then it means that he would have gone in and come out and still have his DT there, then have to go around. So it doesn't really make sense. But anyway, on board with Max, currently running in P4, chasing Zotal, who's further chasing Loveness in front of him. So it's quite close there, P1 to P5. It's quite close. It's quite close, so we're watching. Smuts Jungle is running in P6. Notably so, he's on the wheel. Notably so, he's on the wheel. So, can we get some DRS? Zotal with the fastest lap. Zotal with the fastest lap in P3. It's 4/10 behind Loveness. He's chasing Loveness. He's chasing Loveness. Within 3/10 now. This is a good challenge. It's been a good challenge all year long. They've been performing very well this season. So he's hot behind him. 3/10, 2/10. Tucked in behind Loveness. It's amazing racing. It's amazing racing. Let's see what he can do now. He's going for it. He's a 10th. Pulls on the inside. Pulls on the inside. Goes through. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful racing. He's up to P2. He's up to P2. Loveness hot behind him. He's up to P2. Let's see if he can hold position. Obviously, there's non-stop DRS in Albert Park, so we're going to be seeing a lot of overtakes here. So let's wait and see. Rabiko's out in front. He's opened a gap of 1.8. Lipo's struggling and spinning there at the back. Equally so is Romeo. Currently languishing in P14. So it's been a tough day at the office. But we'll wait and see. Max is running in hot. DRS locked in hot behind Loveness. But fortunately Loveness has also got DRS on Zotal. So we can only see if Zotal can extend that gap and open the gap, which will leave Loveness vulnerable to Zotal. To Max, I apologize. Sanashira is also there. He's fought his way all the way from back from P5 to from last to P5. So it's quite interesting. It's quite interesting. He's had quite a stellar race. Hopefully he limits those mistakes, which he's so famous for. That should see him as, you know, current DOD. So P1 to P6. It's quite interesting. They're all within a second of each other except the top two. Django is not really struggling. Django has moved off the controller. He's on the wheel now. So him being in P6 on the wheel is actually great progress. Gotta give that to him, you know. So Max has fallen out, but Loveness is still applying the pressure on Zotal. CRS is quite healthy and is using it. He's got the DRS locked in. Smart Django, now the fastest man on track. He's currently in P5 now. 7/10 from Max with the DRS. So let's wait and see there. Django's hunting down Max. So we'd love to see what happens there. It's the closest battle. At the moment. Tindo with the 3-second time penalty. They've started. Django locked in the DRS. It's 4/10. Hunting down Max. Has a look. 2/10, 3/10 going into the corner. Taking very beautiful lines there. So it's only a matter of time. On board with the Smurts, the reigning champion. DRS locked in. It's 4/10. 3/10. He won't make it. But there's another DRS coming up. So he needs a good exit. 3/10. 2/10. It's not close enough. Needs a good exit because there's also another DRS coming quite soon after the chicane. So after this chicane with the good exit, he'll be close to put on some pressure. It's 4/10. Oh, he had a beautiful exit. It goes on the outside. Oh, that's exceptional straight line speed. He's made that count. So he's up to P4. He's fighting, he's up to P4. Sanashiro is currently P7 and he's 5/10 off Jonathan Lager. Notably so, Jonathan Lager started on the hards and Nashiro is on the mediums. So the mediums are at their utmost peak now and should go off any time from here. So let's see if Sanashiro can make some room on Jonathan Lager before pitting. Too far. He works with the 3-second time penalty. So the penalties are coming in. Needs a good exit out of the DRS to be within touching distance. Will he get it? Ooh, it's a bit messy. Jonathan Lager makes it good, makes it work. So he sent it. Like through the chicane. Let's see what Hashira can do. Switching around. I don't know if it's a glitch or if he's twitching or if it's his network, but there is an issue. But Jonathan Lager is gonna hold that out. Got some DRS. Let's see if he can throw his way a bit back in. Back to the front. Zotal P2, Rabico is 2 seconds out in front. So it sets the fastest lap. Loveness is hot on the heels of Zotal. So he's been making use of that DRS and holding on to that DRS. So it's quite interesting. Smith Jango they've pulled the trigger. Max has pulled the trigger, so they've gone in early. They've gone in earlier than the guys to get on the hards. So let's see if the undercut is powerful. Let's see if the undercut is powerful. Let's watch a bit of Loveness hunting down Zotal. They've driven so well. The front runners have done so well. Loveness is down. Loveness and Zotal has been quite consistent throughout the race. So it's quite interesting. Quite interesting. So let's look at some of the front runners. Are they coming into the pits? They should be. Rapico's coming in. Zotal is coming in. Loveness is coming in. Jonathan obviously has to go through. Ashira must come in. D-Works must come in. 86er goes around again. Let's look at where Django is. Rabico's out. Zotal is out. Loveness is out. There they are, just in front of him. So let's see if we can get some temperature in those tires and make up a second. Let's see if we can take advantage. He has. He's made up a good 8 tenths already. 7 tenths. So he's making up a lot of time. So it was a good call. So he's basically back in the fight. I think it was a bad call for 86 to stay out. Should have gone in as well and get those hards in early as possible. So Django's back and he's close. He's caught up for the net P2 fight. That's Loveness and Zotal right there in front of him. 86 that goes into the pit, but I think it's a lap or two too late. That surely should have compromised them. Phew, that network quite difficult with the jumping around. But let's see, the fight is on now. Loveness is hot on Zotal. 2 tenths away. Hopefully they can get some good heat in and not make mistakes. Django's 7 tenths behind. This is going to be an interesting fight. I hope they fight it on track. DRS and DRS. Let's wait and see. It's getting hot. It's getting heated. Zotal holding it out. Rabico's 4.6 seconds ahead out in front. So not a lonely race. As you can see, the countdown for DRS. The fight for P2, P3. This is the podium fight. Everyone's pulling out of the slipstream. Everyone's pulling into the slipstream. So let's wait and see. Can anyone force another into a mistake? Let's look at those ERS. Loveness is on 50. Zoltal's on 81, so he's not using his ERS. Django's on 22, he's been using his ERS, so he used it to catch up. So sitting on board with Loveness, the closest fight, everyone else is spread out. The next closest fight is Tindo chasing Romeo. They're on old hearts, so they're still going to pit. I think they're probably going to pit for mediums to see them through to the end. They pitted quite early due to those unforced errors and mistakes at 30 stages. Goes to show, ladies and gentlemen, goes to show. If you make early mistakes, it will cost you. It's more so about consistency more than anything. Jonathan Lagat goes into the pit. So let's see how well he's done in terms of the recovery. He's in the pit. Let's see where he can come out. Mix is gonna pip him. Sanashiro is gonna pip him by the looks of things. But he's on his way out, so he'll come out behind Sanashiro. I think that's a good enough place for him. Plus he's gonna be on mediums. So he should be able to quickly get some heat in those tires. Loveness is still 3/10 with Django 6/10 behind, 5/10 behind him. So this is an interesting fight. You might be seeing a couple of penalties in this draw because the pressure is so immense. I can only imagine how it's like being in Sanashira gets the penalty. Of course. DRS for Loveness. Notably so, Zoltal's the only one who doesn't have DRS in this trio. So this is excellent driving. I don't know when last I saw him spinning, so this is amazing driving. This is clean, this is consistent, this is beautiful to watch. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to like the stream. Zoltal has immense straight line speed. He's got mad straight line speed. His ERS is still healthy, running at 63. Loveness is on 46. Jano's on 25. So this is amazing to watch. This has been a draw all race long. Oh, this is beautiful to watch. Australia, Albert Park is his track. So yeah. He's living up to it. He always says that Australia is my track. He's living up to it. So let's go through the grid a bit. Rapico out in front. Followed by Zoltal in P2. Obviously Loveness in P3. Jago in P4. Makes a further 5.5 seconds in P5. Ashira in P6. Jonathan Lara in P7. 86 at P8. Romeo P9. Still probably needs to pit on those tires. And let's see how far he can go. Tindo P10. Oh, Romeo spins again. Oh my god. Oh, that's poor. He split. Oh my god. He missed the pit and then he hit sharp brakes because he wanted to go to the pit. And that has then compromised Tindo. Surely he hurt his wing there. Going back to the front again. Loveness is still 4/10 behind. I don't know what Mandla was doing there. I've never seen that. He missed the pit and then he hit sharp brakes in order to try and go in. Obviously there's someone following me. Surely that needs to be reported. That's poor driving etiquette. D-Wax is out. Race on, interesting. Everyone should go into the pits, I think. Let's see what the leaders do. Phew. Don goes through. Zoltar ooh, yummy. Loveness goes through. Smirts goes through. Mix goes into the pits. What is he going for? Ashura goes through. Jonathan Laga definitely has to go through. 86er goes through. Goes in. Okay. Tindo has to go in. Fresh set of mediums. Or is he gonna go softs? Romeo goes in. Oof. Man Ray goes through. He's done 5 lap old hard, so that makes sense. Oh, makes it just ahead of 86er. Context goes through. He is on 5 lap old mediums. Devo Croc 4 lap old mediums. So it brings him back in. Lipo 2 lap old mediums. So he must catch up to the pack. Okay, so it's a sprint to the finish. I think we'll get about 7 laps. Rabico P1, Zoltar P2, Loveness P3, Django P4. Hashira P5 with the penalty. Duncan Laga P6. Megs P7. Oof, I'd love to see the charge by Megs. I'd love to see a charge by Megs on those softs. So penalties just around up there. Shearer's at 6 seconds. Oof, that gets him out of the top 10 right away, barring any mistakes from the followers. Oof, that's a tough position to be in. That's a tough position to be in. And he's on the hot tire. Yo, makes it very, very difficult for him. So Devo Croc has gone into pit again. I think he'll probably go in for the softs. Quite interesting. Quite interesting. 38 watching. I'm monitoring the stream. It's got 18 likes. Come on, guys, get those thumbs out. Get those thumbs out, please. Let's get it going. So Max is on softs. Fortunately, the safety car is still out, so that saves him a bit of tire deck. So he's gonna have a good 6-7 laps to charge at the pack. Like to see what's gonna happen and where he's gonna end up. Should obviously force a few of the guys in front of him into mistakes. Zoltar's been holding it out quite well there in P2. Hopefully he can get a good restart and try and keep up with Don Nabucco, so we have quite a good fight there. Devo, how far is Devo? They're currently going through sector 2. How far is Devo? So what has happened here? Agitib. Safety car is in. Oh, beautiful. Oh, beautiful. See, Prince says P3 for mix. I doubt it. These aren't amateurs driving here. I doubt it. Surely they'll be able to defend that. On board with Zoltar. On board following closely there at Rabico. Rabico, has he sent it? Yes, he has. Oof. Yeah, that is a great start from Rabico. Has Zoltar recovered? Yes, he has. Loveness is hot behind him. Zoltal's within 2/10 of Rapico. Loveness is within 3/10. Whew. It's hot, it's hot, it's hot, it's hot, it's hot. Django goes through. Loveness, oh, Loveness spun. Loveness spun, so Django's in P3 now. Oh, Loveness doesn't have a weighing. Oh my god, that's unfortunate after the race he's had. Oh my word, I feel for him. I feel for him. Cold tires, cold compounds. Cold tires, cold compounds. I wonder what Pirelli's going to do about that. Quite interesting because Bridgestone have challenged them for the F1 tender for 2026 to take over the tire tender. So we'd like to see what's going to happen if Bridgestone has what it takes to beat Pirelli to it. So there's a huge gap between Sanashiro has gone through into P4, obviously noting that Loveness doesn't have a wing. Makes the position on Jonathan Lava on the softs. Max is charging. Obviously Loveness is coming into the pits, so Max will be chasing us. Oh my god, Loveness is going through. That is absurd. Slipstream, Max, slipstream. Yo, that straight line speed without a wing, that's a... Okay, you can see he's struggling there. You can see he's struggling with the braking point because of the no wing. So Max takes it on the inside, which puts him on the outside. Now Loveness has got the inside line. So I wonder what's happening. So Max has gone through. 2.7, so he's fallen back because of Loveness holding him back. But let's see if he can chase down Tanashira. It's obviously within the 6 seconds thus far. So he's mid P4 at the moment. Going back here, let's see Smith Django chasing Zoltal. Zoltal chasing Rapico. It's quite interesting, they're all within DRS of each other. So this is a stellar drive by Zoltal. This is a stellar drive. I definitely support what Toboza's saying. I definitely support what Toboza's saying in terms of all of them supplying. Zoltal must keep within the DRS and use that DRS to try to catch up here. The DRS is also quite healthy. Don Rabico has been using the DRS as well to defend and try and pull out that gap, sorry. Anyway, do we have another safety car? Is it a safety car or VSC? Yes, Mfundo, just to answer your question, Zoltal is on ABS off. Monitoring Delta very closely. Top 3 are running away with it. This brings Max closer again and it saves him a bit of tire compound. Saves him a bit of deg, so let's wait and see what charge he can throw there. Come on, catch up. Ooh, I feel for Loveness. That is so unfortunate. Tindo's pitting for another wing change again. Gibo Croc has had a horrendous race. Loveness has just gotten a drive through. Oh my god. Should just retire. You can call it. It's done. His race is done. His race is done. Basically a sprint to the finish now. I think we'll have DRS only in the last lap. We're driving through sector 2 now, so we won't make it this lap. So I think the safety car is gonna go around another lap. Yeah, it's gonna go around another lap, or if they, yeah, it's gonna go around another lap. Or if they catch up in time, Kibo Croc is right at the back, so can he catch up in time? Loveness is caught up. It's gonna go around again. Oh, no. Oh, no. No, 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 no. Oh, no. So we've got 2 laps of racing, basically. Which means there'll be no DRS. It's a battle of the ERSs. 100, everyone is full now. Everyone has regained it. Race leader. He's been net P1 all race. Don Rubico, qualified pole. Fastest in Q2. Second fastest in Q1. Looks like another win. So he's winning every race basically thus far. He's winning every race thus far. Top 4 running on hards, Max is running on softs. 6 lap old softs. Can we see what he can do? Sure, he'll be hoping to try and navigate past Sanashir as quick as possible to try challenge for at least that P3. Because his fight is for P3 anyway. Sanashir has got that 6 seconds. And unfortunately, the safety car will have screwed him significantly. Yeah, it's really unfortunate. Really, really unfortunate. But the safety car's coming in. Safety car's coming in. On board with P2. Hopefully he's not caught napping. Hopefully he's not caught napping. Hopefully he's not caught napping. Donabiko's gone early. He's gone early. Ooh, Django's hot on Zota. Ooh, Django's here. Oh my god. Django goes through. What's happening? Yo, Sanashira. Oh my word. Danrabiko 3 seconds. Whoa, the race changes on its head. Smith Django goes through on Zolta. Oh my word, Zolta's P3, Sanashira's P4. Now Rabiko needs a 3-second gap to maintain P1. Right now he's net P4. Ooh, what an exciting end to the race. This is crazy. This is crazy. Notably so, 86 is up to P5 now. He's on 7 lap old mediums. Makes us drop. This is crazy. This is crazy. Django is currently P2. He's sending it behind Don Rubico, who's currently in P1, but it also has gotten that 3-second penalty. What an exciting finish. Don Rubico has to do something with that last lap. Yellow flags in sector 2 and 3. Yellow flags in sector 2. What has happened with who? Anyway, we can't jump back there. We need to keep up with the front. Oh, Max has lost it. Max has lost it. Max has lost it. Max has lost it. He's tumbling. He's tumbling. He is tumbling. Oh no, Zotal. Oh my word. No ways. Oh no. Oh my word. What a bummer. Ah, that's so unfortunate. Ashira currently P3. So 86 will be making podium as it stands. 86 will be making podium as it stands. Rabiko has made up 1.6 seconds, which is enough for him to keep a P2. Currently it's enough for a P2. Yeah, it's enough for a P2. So 86 will be making podium. Romeo has just moved up to P5. He's got a penalty. He's got a penalty. 3 seconds, okay. Fastest lap is held by Don Rabico. Don Rabico is 2.2 seconds on Smith Jungle, 2.3. And he fastest lap, Rabico at the end. And he loses the race. Oh my word. Don Rabico has the fastest lap. Yo, this is crazy. What a crazy finish. Oh, Sanashira falls. He tumbles down all the way to P8. 86 a podium. I think it's a maiden T1 podium. That is crazy. That is crazy. That is crazy. What a drive by Smith Jungle, the recovery. Oh my word. Oh my word. What a finish. Yo, I'm so gutted for Zotal. I'm so gutted for Zotal. Still a drive from the reigning champ. Still a drive from Smith Jungle. Good drive by Don Rabico. Unfortunate for that 3 second at the end. Very, very unfortunate. Whoa, what a drive, what a fight, what a fight. 86 up.
Crash and keys.
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Maiden podium, huh?
Yo, dog, that is, it's been such a hard grind.
That is exceptional. What a fight, what a fight. 2 stops there.
Yeah, man.
Started P12, finished P3. Run me through it, man. Run me through it.
Yeah, it was a bit of a crazy start to the race. I think everyone was trying to be cautious first corner, and I had a bit of a bump with San Hashira. But I think from then I knew I had good race pace. I mean, I think Django, Don, Zotila were too fast. So I think my aim was to get into the top 5. So top 3 is like, wow, man, it's insane.
Yeah, that's a beautiful drive, man. That's a beautiful drive. I was actually looking at the pack at the end there, and I saw you peeping into P5. And then when I looked in front of you, you had Sana Shira there, who was in P4, obviously with the time penalty. So I had given you that positioning. And then next thing, that unfortunate Benson spin. Oh my word. At the end, that was really unfortunate. Yeah, after the drive we had, yo.
Yeah, but he's been driving amazingly, and I know Australia is one of the strongest tracks, so it really sucks that he wasn't be able to pull it through to the end.
Yeah, it must suck. But then again, let's focus on you, man. Well done to you. Stellar drive. That was exciting to
Shout out,
see.
man. Shout out, bro. Me and Django have been working hard with the team back at the factory, getting the W14 back into shape. So shout out to the boys and girls back at the factory, mates.
Beautiful to see. Beautiful to see. Merck has unlocked some pace there. I can see the upgrades are working. We'll see next week how it goes. You've got your partner here in the paddock as well. Smurth Django, I saw you coming in. Mic check.
Mic check, mic check.
What up, Changizi? What up, Changizi?
It's good to be back, man.
You actually weren't considered in that race for a win, quite frankly, even by myself. I never saw you winning that race. I just saw you keep clawing your way up, bit by bit, position by position. Next thing you're in that P2 fight between yourself, Loveness and Zotal. Run us through that a bit.
Yeah. Well, firstly, yeah, man, I wasn't even trying to win because I've been practicing with the wheel, and jumping between the wheel and the controller is a bit difficult. So I was actually started on the wheel, and then I was like, you know what, I don't want to risk it because there might be a retirement of the league and taking a pause to 23. So I was like, let me secure points. So I was aiming for P2. Going to quali, and then I knew that it might be a bit tricky because we practiced yesterday with Max Tile, and you know, they were quite fast, and I couldn't get my final run. I invalidated, so I just retired and started at P10.
Yes.
And then I was taking it easy, taking it easy, waiting for people to crash or safety cars, and then unfortunately for Zota. Actually, shout out to Zotal. That red bull represents the real red
it does.
It was quite crazy. What a straight. It was amazing.
Zotal stepping, huh?
Zotal stepping. So that's crazy. Unfortunately, he crashed, and well, I overtook him because I don't know what happened. And then he crashed behind me, and then Don got a 3-second, so I just stayed behind him.
Yeah, I saw that. But excellent drive, excellent recovery from P10. You're the spectators and fans driver of the day, so good to see you back on the top step again. We had missed seeing that, and the competition was very nice in the front. So yeah, shout out for that, and yeah, man, good luck for the next race.
Thank you.
Rabbi Raps.
What's up, guys? What's up?
What up, my brother? Are you well?
I'm good, man. Can't complain.
We were speaking about this on the phone with you over the weekend, that pace is everything, but consistency is everything. What happened there with the penalty?
No, just this safety car, sometimes it throws you off. So restarting the races, the tires are cold. So you end up making some mistakes because of your tires are cold. But it's fine. I'm happy Django won. It's good to see him back at the top. But I'm more happy with actually, I have to say this, but Zotal crashing was very good for me. That guy was driving a fucking rocket ship, man. Yes, when I saw him behind me, I was like, shit. I said, I did it on purpose to slow down the field as much as possible so the tires can get cold, because I knew he's running low wings. So I said, let me make his tires very cold, so that he has difficulties following me. Because otherwise, if he gets a good start and he follows me, he was gonna catch me in sector 2.
Yeah, no, it was.
But then I shot myself with that because also my tires were also cold, and I ended up getting that penalty because I almost lost the car.
Yeah, no, it was an exciting race. Excellent quali, but not the best for me. I saw you invalidated twice, and then you had to put in a lap with old socks. Yeah, I saw your lap was on old socks.
With the quali. But as Zotal was my main rival this season, him coming P7, he has opened up a big gap for me. So now we just relax and wait for the title, wait for the championship, wait for the crown. Now we just wait.
No, that's good to see.
It's finished, guys. It's finished.
No, that's good to see, man. That's good to see. Exciting race, guys. Well done to everyone, man. All you guys had a stellar
try. On to Suzuka next week. Let's go.
Yeah, good fight, good race. Thanks for everyone who tuned in. Also, just a reminder to everyone, guys, there's a poll that is up with BrakeAway and all the guys are here. On Friday it closes. That's obviously the discussion of whether we take the break for mid-season so that we jump onto the new game as the new game comes out next week on the 16th. So obviously if we do move to the new game, next week will be our last race. For the game of the 22, we take a midterm break, and then upon further announcements, we'll then move on to the new game, which is F1 23. So we're all eager and waiting for that, and it's going to be exciting. So thank you to everyone who's been with us. Thank you to everyone who supports and everyone who takes the time to tune in and support. Thanks to all the drivers. I mean, the reason why the numbers are increasing is because of all you guys that are on the podium and the way you drive. So it's quite interesting, and yeah, we look forward to more of these races and more of these competitions, guys.
Shout out to Benson, man. He'll bounce back.
No, of course.
Yeah, definitely. And
Shout
thank you, Crash.
Let's go. Let's go,
No
bro.
Well done, gents. Have a good night.
Team, man. Yes.
Good night.
All right, enjoy. Cheers.
Crash. Nice commentary, bro. Appreciate it.
Thanks, bro. Cheers.
Cheers.
Good night to everyone. We're out. Don't forget to like the stream. Like, and share. Share on all your social media pages. Let's get the numbers in. Let's get everyone in. We're preparing for the BrakeAway versus the Indian League. All BrakeAway drivers versus all Indian drivers. Top 10 versus top 10 in terms of voting on our end. So let's go for that. Let's go.